Future voice actor here again, and my last visit to Target was a fruitful one. One of the 3 retro figures I found, I decided to hold off on the movie Toka figure and purchased our 2 friends here, Mikey and Wrath. The first thing that pops into mind is the retro-style packaging design, despite it not being the original art, as seen on the left of the screen. Hence why I'll be careful with removing the plastic portion. The accessories are a green-scaled skateboard and red rollerblades for skater Mikey, and the axles and wheels for the skateboard double as lifting weights. We're gonna get to Raph in the next video, but I'm excited about the extra feature of a spring-loaded kicking leg. The reason I collect the blister cardboard of the retro figures is the art on the back as well as the front. So let's take a look at their 2 bios. Now let's get this radical reptile out of his casing.
From the archives of the Turtles Jokebooks, why does Mikey want to work at a clock factory? Stay tuned for the answer.
At first glance out of the box, the first thing that pops is the sky blue tank top and yellow sunshades. I honestly never thought I would want a figure where you cannot see his mask or belt and without some sort of gimmick, but for the price and the artwork, it was worth it. The mold is 4 years old and the release date is 2 years old, but that only matters if you don't like reissues. The textures of the jacket and the molded-in tear in the shirt that reveals the back of the shell is a welcome surprise because you cannot see it from the front side of the blister pack. Now, the one thing I'm not happy about is the omission of paint apps for the chin strap for the helmet, something I would not have noticed in the shadows. Sadly, it's common for toy companies to skimp out on small details, but come video's end, you'll see Mikey with a new chrome strap. Now let's change the focus to the figure's accessories. The skateboard simplicity is standard for figures of the 1990s, sturdy and bright coloring, and the spokes of the wheels are the letters M. The best part of the skateboard accessories is that it keeps the figure upright for display, especially taking into account the limited possibility of the original figure's legs. Right now, Mikey is slanted against a box for that very reason. The skates appear solid enough, but the bland coloring also leaves something to be desired, so stay tuned for the chrome makeover later in this video. Just as I had hoped, Mikey is standing sturdy on this board, and pushing him forward keeps him just as upright. The skates are a little on the wonky side at first, but keeping them pointing at an acute angle will keep Mikey sturdy. One thing that could be said about having peanut butter and jelly on your pizza is that it's full of protein, as we can see with his free weight workout. Because the skater is always greener on the other shell, let's test his posability on his old pal Mondo Gecko's chrome enchanted skateboard. This seems more like a natural fit than the board he came with, as the early 90s were all about neon and flashiness. Cross-training! Dipping our hands into the Storage Turtle armory, Mikey's made a new friend with Mighty the Armadillo and Blooper the Blowfish.
Never heard of a poison pork chop.
As would be expected, Mikey's fists can accommodate most of the other turtle weapons, sans the mutagen that came with Rocksteady and Bebop. Let's test out the Toon Turtle Com. Come in, April.
Rocksteady and Bebop are here, and they've got some kind of ray device.
Oops, that's an archive message. Well, at least the aerial still works. Time to get shark shocked, Kawa. Oh, gnarly wipeout. Let's take a station break, what say?
And now the answer to our archive joke. Why does Mikey want to work in a clock factory? Well, where else can you make faces all day and get paid for it? And now, back to Blue Cliff Reviews.
Now for this segment, we're going to see how this figure's size takes into the 90% size of the reissued Technodrome. First, Mikey will spy on Krang's computer and steal a secret file.
If you choose me, you will find the most desirable black ornate brain in the 10 dimensions. Oh, sure, I may not have hands, and I talk like a bloated Swede. But the fry
with that. Well, let's see if the tanning bed works. Uh-oh, Crank found us.
It's not nice to snoop on other people's public profiles, miserable mutant. Take a whirl in the swirler.
Ooh, poor guy's dizzy. Maybe steering the drone into a less rocky terrain will help. Gah! Forget about that trapdoor. Sorry, amigo. Looks like we're gonna need to try the escape route. Quick, Mikey! Damn, he won't fit! Oh well. Like, would it help if I say, like, I'm sorry, dude?
Try it.
Lo sientes, dude.
Sorry, not good enough. Have a nice trip.
Goody spit Mikey out of the Technodrome and... Look out! Ooh, nice shot. Let's see that again in slow motion. And look who's joined the party. A couple of rounds with Tin Face ought to work up an appetite for those free Costco pizza samples. Cheese it, it's Splinter.
Michelangelo, change it to something more respectable when your mentor's around.
Like, sorry, Sensei.
How's that? Better, my pupil.
I feel like I'm streaking at a frat house. And look who jumped out of the VCR this time. The silver-teethed tongue slasher. Like totally righteous, time for a shred-a-thon. If you're interested in how I tuned up my shredder figure, keep your feelers out for my extreme chrome makeover after this video. It's the same paint I used to metal out Gecko's engine block.
From the Turtle Jokebook archives, what is the turtle's favorite food that starts with the letter A? Stay tuned to find out.
Back outside the Technodrome, we've got a severe identity crisis as the Transmat portal has brought the 1984 Mikey to our world. And we have another dimension hopper. This one looks a little too imposing. Ray, insert file 77G and click enter. Oh, isn't that precious? And now the Transmat portal has brought our friend Zayton Honeycutt and Footbot Turncoat Metalhead. Now that's what I'd like to call a cold, hard crash. And now, let's bring specimen M91 to the paint bay. Okay, the operation is complete. The silver mutagen took hold, and now we have some contrast in certain areas we covered in this video. And here's how to do it. You'll need hobby paintbrushes, Tester's paint thinner for enamel paint, a cardboard work surface, Krylon chrome enamel paint, and a whole lot of peace and quiet. I use the tiniest and gentlest of strokes with the very tip of my brush, taking care to scrape off excess paint from the brush beforehand. When it is done, you'll have a strap that looks more or less like this. And again, it's rather disappointing that there was no room in the budget for a simple paint strap app. But then it wouldn't be fun, would it? And on his belt, we have a silver buckle and silver highlights for his fingerless gloves. And I'll say that if you do this, it might or might not affect the resale value of the figure, but it definitely makes him pop. And now for a demonstration of painting apps, I'll give the bottom of his skate some TLC, Tender Loving Chrome. The important thing to remember is patience and soft hands. Leave a comment if you gave it a try, but please remember that I do not take liability for mishaps, so please, no trolling.
And now the answer to our turtle joke. What is the turtle's favorite food that starts with the letter A? Brace yourselves. A pizza.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't write the joke. It was found in the original Pizza Thrower release. And now for a final look at Mikey. He now has his skates that could probably cut pizzas. His adaptation of other weapons and other accessories is good, and his size allows him to demonstrate the far more sinister points of the Technodrome, so if you see him in the wild, I'd pick him up. Until next time,
Transform and fly out.